What is elitism? Elitism is defined as the advocacy or existence of an elite as a dominating element in a system or society. Today I'll be arguing why elitism is good for humanity. The term I will be defining is good. The term good means to avoid a stagnant society. My first piece of supporting evidence is from Dr. Paul M. Jones of Auburn University. According to Dr. Paul, our elitist positions provide a more specific direction for society. These elite positions can include a high political position like president or a high business position like CEO. Elitist positions are often given to individuals that prove themselves able to thrive in particular positions. Good refers to avoiding a society that is stagnant. Humanity continues to move forward as the elite in power continue to change and better themselves. Therefore, elitism is good for humanity. My second piece of supporting data is from ftc.gov, and according to the website, elitism among companies encourages competition, which then spurs innovation. The competition among companies leads to new and more efficient products to better humanity. As the competition gets more intense, the products get better. Good refers to avoiding a stagnant society. When the elite create products to better humanity, there is always competition for other individuals to create newer and better products, which means elitism is good for humanity. Another piece of evidence comes from pbs.org. According to the source, elitism has brought a higher college educational standard. The number of people going to college has become increasingly more common. The amount of people attending college to receive at least a 2-year degree is expected to rise up to 60% in 2025. As certain degrees of education increase, so do the specific expectations of elite positions. Good refers to avoiding a stagnant society. The elite standard of education for society increases throughout the years, which leads to a higher number of people looking to better themselves through education. This means elitism is good for humanity. My last piece of evidence originates from Ben S. Bernanke and Peter Olson, who is a research analyst. According to the two, the standards of living has visibly continued to increase because of elitism. While recently the increase has slowed, we continue to raise our lifestyle expectations. Throughout the years, as the standards of living have risen for the elite, it continues to trickle down to lower income levels of society. These standards include income, employment, rate of poverty, affordability of housing, and etc. Good refers to avoiding a stagnant society. As the standard of living for the elite increases, so does the standard of everyone else, which leads to a higher standard of living for the rest of society. Therefore, elitism is good for humanity. My opponent might argue that because elitism supports the idea of an upper class, it does not encourage all people to be better. This is wrong because elitism encourages people to work their way up to powerful positions by bettering themselves in order to do so. My opponent would say that elitism only encourages great wealth in order to obtain a position of power in society. This argument is absurd because our society allows anyone the ability to work hard to obtain wealth and prove themselves intellectually able to obtain particular positions. My opponent might make a statement arguing that elitism only sets a standard that not everyone can meet or exceed. This statement is completely inaccurate. Elitism sets many different standards for varying types of high-standing positions. For example, if I am great at math but incapable of socialization, I'd be better qualified for a position in finance rather than in politics. This follows the elitist philosophy of Bjørn Ljunggren at the University of Oslo, Norway. My opponent might also argue that because elitism is such an ancient concept, it cannot apply to humanity as we continue to move forward in a modern society and mindset. This argument is ridiculous. Many ancient principles, like democracy, continue to apply to the modern world. Elitism has continued to encourage humanity to better itself and move forward into an increasingly modern world. It is an ageless principle. According to the Stanford.edu, Elitism has evolved throughout society. The elitist today is not purely made up of people with a birthright, but is made up of hardworking individuals. My opponent could try to argue that elitism is not a leading factor for the modern opportunity and success of our society. This statement would be inaccurate. Elitism is based on the encouragement of competition. Without an existence of competition, humanity would feel significantly less inclined to better themselves. Our lack of effort would lead us, the human race, to remain stagnant and never evolving. Elitism is necessary for the goodness of humanity. Elitism encourages competition, which prevents our society from becoming a stagnant and never-changing society. Elitism allows for us to constantly motivate each other to be strong and smarter individuals. Elitism sets a goal for the individuals through particular obtainable elite positions. In an elitist society, everything is possible through hard work and determination. Is a society built off of such innovation, education, and no limitations somewhere where you would like to live?